Many people say to us that they wish that they had the ability to do the public speaking and presentation skills training in their own time, even in their own time zones with the international clients that we have, and that they can go back to it time and time again. Well, we of course during the pandemic, the lockdowns, etc., we were providing our training via Zoom and various other video conferencing suites. But that still wasn't giving them quite what they wanted. So we have invested lots of time and effort and creativity, and we now have the Communication Skills That Remove Limits program online, the online training portal. There is over 6 hours of video split into 10 modules and audio lessons and practical exercises to do throughout, so that you are able to put into practice what you are learning. You are able to see your development over time. There are downloads to keep your notes all together. And at the end of the course, there is even a 30-minute video conference directly with myself where we can have a look at your before and after videos, and we can review how it's gone, any recommendations that we can have for you. Of course, we'll be able to look at that and say, have a look at this, work on that, you're doing that brilliantly, make sure you keep doing it. These are the important elements that take it from just an online course to still having that personal touch. And if you've got the pro package, then you also get a further 3 hours worth of mentoring, split into typically 30 and 60-minute chunks. And it doesn't all need to be done at the same time. It may be that you do the training material, you then do the 30-minute review with myself, and we work out what it is that we're going to really focus on. And we then do 30 or 60 minutes, a week later, a month later, whatever it is. Then you go and do some presentations or deliver some training or involvement in meetings, whatever it is, that putting it into practice. And then we have another 30 or 60 minutes. You book that time with me. You have 3 hours worth to pull off as and when. They can be topped up as well if you want more. And the great thing is that all of that training material, all of the practical exercises, you have access to that for a full 12 months. So all of you, as you work through it, you digest it, and as humans, we only tend to be able to take in a certain percentage. Let's not kid ourselves. And I always use the analogy of golf. You don't go and learn to drive, chip and putt all at the same time. You work on each bit at a time. So if that is how you are going to tackle this training, and you're going to really put some effort into implementing certain elements of the training, and you get to see it in action, you get to feel it in action, and you make it become second nature. When you've done the course, you'll understand my phrasing of going from consciously competent to subconsciously competent. I won't spoil it, I'll leave it in the training material. But you get to go back into the training again and then focus on another element. So instead of it being a course that is provided for you, you have a full year to keep going backwards and forwards to it, backwards and forwards. Every time you do a presentation, go back to it and see what you can work on next. So that is the Communication Skills That Remove Limits online training portal. Add to that, by the way, as members, you'll be invited to the exclusive Academy Facebook group, where people can, as well as chatting with each other, we'll do sessions, we'll do webinars, we'll do group calls where we can focus on specific things. Anybody has questions, we can all address it. Other people may have input onto that as well, but also learning from that particular question that's come on. So it really takes it to development rather than just a training course. So that is the details of the Communication Skills That Remove Limits program. I look forward to meeting you in there, and I really want to see you grasp this. I have opened doors as a result of putting effort into speaking in public, to presenting, to getting more involved in meetings. And I hope that you're going to be able to as well. And there's no point second guessing them. I never dreamed that I was going to be a motorsports commentator and a host of awards nights with a dicky bow at the front. Never crossed my mind. And yet that is what I get to do. Yours could be anything. It could be promotions. It could be new jobs. It could be own company. It could be closing the sales, closing more sales, closing bigger sales, providing training courses within your organisation to sell your training courses, anything at all. Don't second guess. This is about giving yourself those skills, giving yourself those confidence, making yourself willing to stand up and speak in front of others. So best of luck. See you on the inside.